What's up YouTube, ODST General back again with Supercar Collection Simulator. I would like to thank Mustafa and Kiki Games for providing me a key to this. Now, I screwed up pretty bad, guys. I recorded gameplay for this. I've actually been having a lot of fun with this game, and my audio for the video I recorded was absolute garbage, and I didn't check that before playing a whole bunch. So I've progressed through pretty far. I've gotten nearly everything unlocked, not quite everything yet. If you guys are not familiar with this is very similar to Trading Card Game Simulator from what I've seen. I've actually not played that title. I missed out on that fad when that was out. This just released on April 14th, but as far as I'm aware, this is very similar. You have a lot of stuff, and it's basically based around kind of like Hot Wheels-esque cars. There's all sorts of different value cars, and you basically want to get these. You get additional stuff that you can unlock and sell. So there's like racetracks. There's trading cards, which are used in power-ups and races that you can do, and then you can also actually get all these different kinds of cars. So we've gotten all the tiers of cars unlocked. So you have like your basic cars here. So if we open up some of these, we got a actually a pretty valuable rare right there. So that was a nice little random pull here. So we just got like $100 car that we can throw up here. So we'll go ahead and put that one up for sale. And yeah, you got all these, and it's random pull, so it's very much like trading cards. You just get these random boxes of cars put together. And yeah. Again, we have these trading cards here, which have different abilities and stuff like that. But let's go ahead, let's open the shop up. I've got a couple of cashiers here at this point. I probably really only need one, but yeah, we're rocking a couple of them. And we've got these tables here, so these are the racing tables. Not quite all of them get utilized, but most of them do. And then we've got some decorative cop cars here on the back wall, which feels like it fits pretty well with the channel's theme. So we can race these people. I'm going to try and hold off on racing these lower value cars. I tend to aim for cars that are more valuable than the track that they're racing on, because the tracks generate a certain amount of income per hour. So like this one, I think, for instance, this car is like $31. Well, I screwed that up. I actually picked up the table. But I would have made more money for them sitting at the table racing against somebody than taking their car and then selling it. So this one's more valuable. We'll go ahead, we'll race them, we'll show this off. So I've got some pretty good cars here in terms of racing. Now, most of them aren't in the collection, most of them are up on display. This is currently my best car, which I've been using to race, which is a teeny bit risky, but, you know, I've actually lost my best couple vehicles. I started to avoid using the swap. I think the swap is kind of bugged out in a little bit of a janky kind of way. Really don't need stuff this good for this car here, but we'll go ahead and do this. So this should be a pretty big shutout here. My car is significantly faster. They just used a missile power-up on me, and they had a bomb, but because of the missile, I wasn't to the bomb fast enough. Yeah, I'm lapping them like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, and so we've got their car now. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is actually one I actually might have this one already. I was going to say this was one I'm looking for, but I don't think it is. This one's a little bit better, but still not particularly great, so we're just going to go with the Tier 1 and Tier 2 abilities. If we even end up using any of them. Yeah. Not even gonna bother. Alright, so we got another cop car here. What do you got? We got some pretty decently priced cars here. I've already got this one up on display. I need a couple more brown cars here. I'm looking for basically just to kind of fill this out with all cop cars. I need like a brown 89 Chevy Caprice, and then a brown, I don't even know if it comes in brown, but a brown Dodge Charger-esque vehicle. And yeah, so I mean the game is largely driven by building up the shop, Unfortunately, I've done all that big stuff there, so you guys don't really get to see some of the hype around building that up and some of the challenge. We've got pretty decent money. Money flow in the game is kind of a little bit tighter. The tables definitely seem to be the really good way to go to make money. Some of the product doesn't move very fast, especially once you start getting to these higher tiers. With that being said, some products do sell out very fast on a single day, and I had my back turned and some of these boxes actually sold out. So we're going to go ahead and order some more of those because they're probably on hot demand today. Yeah, sit down. No. But yeah, the racing's definitely a good way to go because not only are you earning passive income from the tables as these people are sitting here racing, but you have the chance of getting their cars because the races are all pink slip, as you guys have now seen, and you can then turn around and either use those cars to race yourself to get better cars, or you can turn around and sell them. And again, I'm sitting on quite a few good cars here. If I were to turn the pricing on this, which I'm not going to, a couple of these cars are worth over $1,000, which is pretty ridiculous, but nice little thing here. That's technically worth more than that. Oh, yep. It's a good thing I didn't hop in on the other car. This is a much better deal. And I haven't really used any of these abilities yet because these are all big shutouts, but let's go ahead, let's use one of these abilities. So we'll throw a rock up. They just tried to do the same, but again, they were so far ahead of me or behind me that the rock despawned before I got to it. And there we go. Alright, so it's 9 p.m. That's going to be the end of the day. We're going to get any last-minute choppers coming in, and everybody at the tables is going to go ahead and check out with everything. Yeah, we're almost sold out of these again. Those were very, very popular today. Should have probably had a couple more on hand. Now, there isn't a warehouse or anything yet. That is one of the planned updates coming out, is that there's going to be a warehouse as well as stockers, both for the sales floor as well as, from what seems like, actually in the stock room, so you can just order stuff and people will go and stock it as you would expect. And then, yeah, whatever overstock we have here, I guess we'll hold off and we'll actually crack it open. Normally, I just, again, I'd put down the end shelf, but I think whatever we can with packages that we can open, we'll actually open that up and do that for the video here. Okay, so we got a few different things here we can crack open. It's definitely worthwhile to crack these open because you can turn around, and again, these tend to sell very slowly, but you can just sell the individual cars and you can repackage these and put them on the shelf. So if we do this right now, we can take this and pack them up. These are all going to be common, so we'll just go ahead and throw those on the shelf there. So we had a lot of those. And really the big money just comes from hitting it lucky and getting a high value car. So again, we got another rare. This one's a pretty good one. So this is 131.65 on this. This one, maybe that'll go up in the collection. That's kind of a unique looking car. I actually don't know. That's one I have. And got another rare. It's the that's one I've got already. That one's definitely a lot lower value at only 1906. Well, let's go ahead. Let's potentially put that up on the shelf. I think it's just a white version of that car right there, though. That's a Typhon. So yeah, these are ability packs. There's only a handful of these, so you've got like the Rock, which the Rock might be the best one in there. At least if you're in a faster car, the Rock is great because it definitely slows down for a long time at the higher levels. Ice is okay. It's not as strong as the Rock from what I've seen, although the duration effect shows that it's longer, but that's just because the Ice is a higher tier. Time Rewind seems quite good, especially if you want to get like an early lead or something like that, and it does, like if somebody goes over and finishes a lap, timer rewind will take that lap away from him as long as it's not the very last one. You've got missile, pretty self-explanatory. It's like the homing missile in Mario Kart. You've got shield. That one's probably pretty self-explanatory too. I hate the swap. The swap is the one I refuse to use the swap at all. I won't use those. Because I've had some bad experiences with those where it's like if you swap with somebody just as they cross the finish line or whatever, and they'll get the lap completion, you'll go in their place and you seem to not get a lap completion when you swap with them, so you're basically going to the back to the start without pass and go in a sense. And then because they're presumably closer to the end of the track where you were when you swapped with them, they get the second track completion, basically get to skip the track. I've lost a couple of high value cars that way, which was really frustrating. We'll crack a bunch of these open here. The extra ones we'll throw up on the shelf here. We'll just open these ones that we got. So we got teleporter, wind. Wind is very similar to the missile. Teleport is pretty self-explanatory. It's very similar to the boost and stuff like that. Basically, just jumps you forward on the racetrack. Ghost is kind of like shield. It's actually a little bit better because it speeds you up, but you're also intangible. So Ghost is a really good one. We'll go ahead, we'll throw the rest of these up on the shelf here. Those can go right there. And then let's crack open these boxes. See what we get. Got the Mach 5 here. That one's up on the shelf on display already, though. Doesn't look like we're going to get any good pulls with this one. Yeah, nothing overly good. We got a kind of a decent one there, first time pull on the monster truck, which I like that blue. It's a nice shade of blue, but nothing particularly great in that box. So, kind of a shame. We did get the cop car, which was nice. We'll take some of these more valuable ones and put those up. Not that it really matters what particular shelf or slot that's in. And yeah, there's the Porsche that we had won. These are the high value ones, so if I take this up, I can actually, now that we don't have customers, I don't have to worry about somebody walking up and buying it while I'm talking about them. You can see the pricing on these is pretty ridiculous. So we've got a like a $1,300 car. Got a $1,100 car, $900, and another one that's like $850. So I think pretty cool display shelf here. This isn't one that you probably want to use to like sell cars because it's not very many shelf spaces, but a great display piece. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead. Let's start our next day here. We're at level 21. We leveled up. I didn't realize that. I don't think we unlocked anything, but we'll double check that just before we open shop here. Alright, let's go ahead, let's open up. Actually, if I was smart, how much money do I have? 1,800? Let's go ahead, let's expand the shop. I'm just keeping this, I'm opening this up here, but I'm not utilizing the space yet. Apparently, the larger the shop is, the more customers you get, so it's beneficial to expand the shop out and continue growing the shop and getting it bigger and bigger. But right now, we're not really utilizing the space. If I was really smart, I'd probably fire off this this cashier and pack up this register for the time being and hold off on using that just to save a little bit more money. Maybe I'll do that here. I don't know. That would only be like another $50 a day, which is decent, but it's not the like the biggest difference. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna save the game here. We're gonna, because I want to save scum if I need to. I've had some issues with the racing here. What do we want to go with here? We got wind. Do I have a level 3 rock? I don't. That's unfortunate. Yeah, the rocks, level 3 rocks are really rare. Time rewind's tempting. Alright. I have honestly not been using the shield and stuff. I probably should, but I haven't been. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna use the shield. All right. Well, that was a close race there. That was actually pretty intense. They hit me with a couple abilities before I could respond. Yeah, that was a fast car. All right, that was a good win. Happy about that. That would have been a pretty fair race though if I had lost that. 419, yeah, 425, 106. This car's got better handling though. Or not better handling, is that better acceleration? I actually don't really know what the difference is. Maybe, yeah, maybe we'll go ahead and we'll do that. We're gonna stick with the original plan. Did I just see this? Okay, that's another one. Interesting. Alrighty. I didn't get to use my shield last time. They got a faster car. They might be able to pull this out still. Yeah, this track is always a pain in the butt to race on just because you tend to go under and stuff, so it's hard to track the abilities on there. That is great though. I mean, holy cow, we got a couple of those. We're gonna turn around, we're gonna sell that one because, I mean, we just got a duplicate, right? We don't need two of them. That's a lot of money too, so let's go ahead and we'll sell that one. It's just, it's like a nearly $1,500 car and it's surrounded by like $5 and $6 cars. It's kind of funny. Alright, that was a really good day. Holy cow, yeah, we just... $2,000 worth of cars on the racetracks there. I'll take that. That is by far the best day I've had. Yeah, I lost, like I said, I lost my two best cars. I had like an $1,800 car at one point. And there's a reason I will not use that swap anymore, because all the races I lost when I lost my good cars, it was because I was using the swap. Never again. What you got? You got a $3 car. It's not really worth it. Even though we're not going to make any money off you anyways. Alright, last minute sales rush here, and then yeah, we kind of go through the motions again. So, this is pretty much the game. It's pretty basic. I mean, definitely the addicting part comes from winning the races, getting the cars and stuff. Obviously, we've got the high value collection cars here. You know, a couple of the rarer ones from the souvenirs and stuff, and you know, expanding the shop out and stuff like that, but we're definitely to a point where that's slowing down pretty drastically here. We've got to now pay $20,000 for our next expansion here, which is probably going to take us a good while to get up to, because as you guys could see, just ordering stuff, oh man, they bought us out of those. Tends to go pretty fast in terms of money. I'm kind of curious, before we end the video, I'm curious to see where we're at money-wise, because we had like 4,000 at the start of the day after we bought the expansion. We're up to 12,000 now, but I'm guessing we're going to go through this pretty fast. First of all, can we put this up? We got one spot left. And we don't have anything on the shelf. Okay, let's go ahead, let's order for the cards. Or not for the cards, for the cars here, we'll do that. 2 boxes should probably do it for the blue. If I can click the 2 boxes. It's pretty similar. It's not going to be completely full in the blue or green, but that should be good enough. For pretty similar actually for the basics. All those, yeah, all those are 2, I would say, or at least close to it. Alright, well, let's see what we got with the basic cars here. The smaller ones really are worth less than these packs, but if we hit one of the big cars, it's not going to matter, and that's usually the ones you're aiming to get anyways. Well, it doesn't look like we had any luck. No. Okay. Let's go ahead, let's crack open another pack or 2 of, let's say, these guys. I say a pack or 2, I grab 4. Oh, okay, 282, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. That's gonna pay for all the boxes we opened up here. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to put on the shelf. Alright, well, yeah, guys, that is Supercar Collection Simulator. Again, unfortunately, not really getting to show this off quite to the peak of the game, because we're not really getting to build the store up from the ground up and getting the satisfaction of getting to kind of earn our way through it. We're pretty well established here at this point. Nonetheless, obviously, as I said, I have been actually having a lot of fun with this. I guess if you guys are into trading card game simulator type of thing, this is going to be right up your alley. The devs definitely seem pretty active, at least right now. Of course, again, the game just released, but compared to certain other games I've recently covered, I'm pretty hopeful for this one. The game seems pretty solid in terms of the foundations and stuff like that. I've definitely encountered some bugs and stuff, but the devs seem like they're pretty on top of it, getting that stuff addressed. Of course, as things go forward, we'll have to kind of continue to keep an eye on it. If there's any major updates, I'll probably end up covering this again, because, again, regardless of what you guys think of it, I've at least personally enjoyed it, and, yeah, I don't know. I am curious, though, if you guys have played this at all, or just based off your viewing of this, what do you guys think of this game? Is this something that you guys would be into playing, or do you think this is too derivative of TCG? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.